everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellie if you've never been here before, and on this channel I budget both mine and my husband's income. I am 24, he is 26, and we both work variable income jobs in schools, and because of that we actually have the same payday, so it makes it very easy to budget our income. We are living in Central Washington State, so if any of that interests you, please stick around and watch future videos on my channel. But this video I am filming in my living room. That's why the lighting's a little bit different and the background is a little bit different. I'm sitting at my coffee table, and honestly the main reason is because my desk is a mess in the office. So I'm here in the living room, and because of that I can't really like shut out my pets. I did feed them all, so hopefully that will keep them at bay and not super chaotic, but occasionally I will have to stop because my dog is barking or my cats are fighting or whatever. I have been drinking a nightly tea. I wouldn't say every single night, but like out of a 7-day week, probably like 5 times a week, and it's been like, I feel like game changer for winding down, but also for my digestion, especially when I drink like spearmint or peppermint tea. I found this little tea bag though in my cabinet, and it was the last one. I'm not sure I've ever had it though before, so I think my mom just put together like a bag of teas and this was one of them. This is delicious and it's caffeine free, which don't get me wrong, I'm a caffeine girl, like I'm a caffeine addict, but obviously if the point is winding down before bed, I'm gonna choose caffeine free. But this one tastes almost like a black tea that would have caffeine, and it's so good. I just add a little bit of honey and a little bit of cream, and it's just, oh my gosh, like it has been a game changer for me. Anyways, let's get into this first paycheck breakdown. Budget with me for 2026. I got paid on December 31st. So altogether, both mine and my husband's incomes, my dog is already ready to come in. So I'm gonna write what we made and then I'm gonna go let him inside. But we made $4,256.10. All right, so let's just get started. I'm gonna start with my fixed and variable expenses. These are for the most part fixed amounts, except a few of these down here, like basically the fun and dates. This one is variable, but I will also say these are the funds that we try to fund regardless of how much we make every single paycheck breakdown. These ones just accrue money. I'm gonna zoom in my camera a little bit so you can see what I'm writing, but starting with groceries, we actually have nothing in here and we are gonna start upping our amount. Honestly, I don't know how with 2 people it costs this much for us. I also feel like I do a really good job, maybe not a really good job, but a pretty good job of grocery shopping and meal planning for going grocery shopping and not like overbuying, but I guess not enough. So we're gonna make our monthly budget $500 just because we can have some rollover, hopefully. Lately we have been having to like pay ourselves back and like dig ourselves out of a hole, so we're just gonna up the budget. And then for gas, we also have nothing, and I'm gonna be putting $300 for this month. For down payment, this one actually did go up a little bit. If you remember from last month, we were sitting at $28,500. Adding another $1,000 would have put us at $29,500. However, after this month of having to like pay ourselves back and then just kind of redoing our budget a little bit, some things were moved around, and you will see later that some of the amounts in our sinking funds were pushed up. So we actually have $29,000 in our down payment right now, and adding another $1,000 this month is actually going to put us at $30,000, which is kind of our goal to have saved up before we start looking into home loans. So this is very exciting, you guys, because pretty soon, hopefully, we will be able to finally purchase our home. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I know I barely came back like a few months ago, but for a few years before that, the goal and the plan has always been to rent to own my grandma's home, which is the home we live in and have been renovating, and we are so close to finally meeting that goal. So this $1,000 will help us get there. Phone and internet, we pay this together through Verizon, and I'm gonna be adding $32 in there. Again, with the moving of funds around, we are short a little bit, but not a full payment. So I'm just going to put the amount we need to get to our full payment. For utilities, I'm going to be adding, again, basically the same thing, the amount we need to get to the next full payment, which I think will be 2 months worth. But I'm gonna be adding $120 in there. In subscriptions, we have nothing in there, but a month's worth of payments for subscriptions is $66. For student loans, this amount actually went up. So my monthly payment is, instead of $215, I believe it's like $225. Yeah, it went up to $225. So I'm going to be adding $50 into it right now, just because we do have some money saved up. And then we also put this on a auto pay just so we can make sure it's getting paid. So every month, $225 will be pulled from this fund and paid off. Property taxes is currently sitting at $750, and we need to add $250. I believe we pay this annually. Home insurance is at $450, and I'm gonna be adding $150. And I think this is paid every 6 months, and this is our monthly contribution. Car insurance is the same. This is paid every month. It's $90 for both mine and my husband's cars, and this is also paid every 6 months. So it's currently at $841. Pets, we don't have anything in there, but we're gonna be adding $350. We usually add $250, but we received $100 as a gift, and we're putting that extra $100 in there. But also we kind of need to have a little bit of an extra cushion, because I believe our cat's food is going to be going up in price. So we need to make sure that we have some extra money in there. And then the last fixed or variable expense is fun and dates. And this month we're going to be adding $250. So I'm going to total up all of that. Let me go grab my calculator. So I'm first going to add it up. Hopefully this is right, but the total for our fixed and variable expenses is going to be $31.58. And then I'm going to take that and subtract it from here. So we should be left with $1,098. So I'm going to take this. I did that wrong. Oh well, I'm just gonna cross it out and put this. And then we have this left for sinking funds. I'm gonna take what is left, and I'm gonna keep it here so we can just subtract from it. So for Ryan's hobbies is first. He is actually going to be getting $24. He doesn't have anything in there right now. My hobbies, I'm also gonna get $24. The reason for $24 is just because after going through all of these, this is kind of what was left. So in home, we're gonna be adding $100. For health and wellness, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have like benefits and insurance for my long-term sub job, even though there's only about like 3.5 weeks left. It's technically about like 4 weeks of school left, but I don't know when exactly I'm supposed to have those and like for how long. And my husband and I both have dentist appointments. He might keep his. I might just cancel mine until, I don't know, another 6 months. But we don't have insurance. So for health and wellness, it's probably gonna be even more than this, but I'm gonna add $250 just as a nice little cushion in case, I don't know, we go and we don't have insurance. But I haven't even been subtracting this whole time. So minus 24, minus 24, minus 100, and minus 250. So that leaves us with $700. In emergency, we're not going to be adding anything, but there is $1,250 in there. Car maintenance, we don't have anything. neither of our cars really need anything right now, but I'm adding $200 in just because I know our cars will eventually need something. In gifts, we don't have anything in there because Christmas is now over, but I'm gonna be adding $100 and I'll probably spend this soon or like take some cash out because my grandma's birthday is on Tuesday and I wanna make sure that I can get her something. And then my sister's birthday is also in January, so wanna make sure that we get something there. Travel, I'm gonna be adding $100. We aren't really going anywhere anytime super soon, but just wanna build this up. I believe the next like trip planned is I'm gonna be going to Nashville in March, so we'll just keep adding to there. Renovations has $750 and I'm gonna add $250. Again, I have not been subtracting, so I need to subtract 200, 100, 100, 250. Yes, that's right. For renovations, we just started renovations on our primary bedroom and we're so excited to have our room back eventually. My husband does all of the renovations on our house and he does an amazing job, but because he's a one-man show and we are obviously limited on money, it's gonna take probably decades to finish our house. But I'm so proud of him, and so I want to put as much money as possible, even if this isn't necessarily going towards renovations itself. Maybe, I mean, for what we did when we first started renovating, my husband just took out a Home Depot credit card. Yes, it's kind of scary to be accruing debt like that, but he gets, you know, like deals for like interest-free months or percentages off. So he would put whatever he needed to buy on that credit card, and then we would use this fund right here to pay off that debt. So that's the way that this is going to be used. And then our baby fund has $250 in there, and I'm gonna be adding 50 to bring it up to 300. And that's obviously the last 50, so we are left with 10 cents. So I'm actually gonna total all of this up, but I already know that it is this. And then I'm gonna just put 10-cent buffer. And yeah, anytime we have anything that doesn't add up to a full dollar, I just leave it in the checking account to go towards the buffer. But that is all for today's budget with me. Thank you for watching me break down our January paycheck. Well, technically our December paycheck, but we obviously use the money in January. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, then subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my cash stuffing that will come out shortly after this video. Bye.